What if you could literally laugh your way through pain? It sounds crazy, but in 1964, a man named Norman Cousins faced a crippling spinal disease and was given a 1 in 500 chance of recovery. Instead of just accepting it, he checked himself out of the hospital and into a hotel with a prescription of his own: comedy films. What he reported was astonishing. Just 10 minutes of deep belly laughter gave him 2 full hours of totally pain-free sleep. Now, this isn't just a one-off miracle story. It's an incredible look into a powerful combination of science and philosophy for facing adversity. And in this video, we're breaking down how you can use it too. We've all had those moments of feeling completely powerless. Chronic pain, overwhelming stress, the kind of news that just knocks the wind out of you. It can feel like a trap. For Norman Cousins, that trap was a diagnosis of ankylosing spondylitis, a connective tissue disease that left him in agonizing pain. But Cousins had a radical idea. He'd read that negative emotions could harm the body, and he wondered, if bad feelings can make you sick, can good feelings make you well? So he decided to run an experiment on himself. He got his doctor on board, left the hospital, and armed himself with projectors and reels of comedy shows. His self-prescribed treatment also included high doses of vitamin C, but it was the laughter that provided the most immediate effect. His discovery, that 10 minutes of laughter acted as an anesthetic, was a profound clue about the power we have over our own suffering. So, how is that even possible? Well, it all comes down to your body's built-in pharmacy. When you have a deep, genuine laugh, your brain can release a flood of chemicals called endorphins. These are the body's natural feel-good chemicals, and they work on the same receptors in your brain as opioids, creating a sense of euphoria and, crucially, reducing pain. Think of it as a kind of internal jogging, a phrase Cousins himself coined. The physical act of laughing, that repeated, forceful exhalation, is linked to this endorphin release. And science backs this up. Research from Oxford University found that after watching about 15 minutes of comedy in a group, participants' pain tolerance increased by around 10%. Laughter can also help lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol and epinephrine, which can wreak havoc on our system when they're constantly high. What Cousins tapped into wasn't magic. It was a masterclass in human physiology. He was activating his body's own natural healing mechanisms. But laughter is only half the equation. The man's mindset was just as important. Whether he knew it or not, he was practicing an ancient philosophy perfectly suited for modern pain: Stoicism. At its core, Stoicism is about focusing on what you can control and learning to accept what you can't. You can't always control what happens to you, a diagnosis, a setback, a loss, but you always control your judgment about it. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius put it this way: if you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And you have the power to wipe out that judgment now. This isn't about bottling up your emotions. It's about gaining perspective. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously suggested that it is more fitting for a man to laugh at life than to lament over it. The Stoics believed we should see life's absurdities and our own screw-ups not as soul-crushing tragedies, but as kind of ridiculous. By choosing to view hardship through a lens of humor and detachment, you strip it of its power to destroy your peace of mind. When you combine the immediate physical relief of laughter with the long-term mental framework of Stoicism, you get a powerful system for resilience. Laughter is the first aid kit, the short-term painkiller. Stoicism is the long-term survival plan, the mental fortress that helps you endure. Perhaps no one embodied this better than Abraham Lincoln. Facing the unbelievable stress of the Civil War and his own battles with depression, Lincoln relied on humor to cope. When an associate criticized him for telling jokes during a national crisis, Lincoln reportedly replied, "If I did not laugh, I should die." This wasn't just him trying to escape. It was a Stoic-like practice of finding a little bit of light in the middle of immense darkness, a way to bear the unbearable. This blend of humor and mindset is a powerful tool. I'm curious, has laughter or just shifting your perspective ever helped you get through a tough time? Let me know in the comments. This isn't just for historical figures. We can all use this today. The key is to reframe adversity. When something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "Okay, isn't this a little absurd?" That's Stoic humor in a nutshell. There's a story, though it might be an exaggeration, that the great Stoic philosopher Chrysippus actually died from laughing too hard at his own joke after seeing a donkey eating his figs. Now, we definitely don't recommend taking it that far, but the tale illustrates a profound point. Even the most serious philosophers knew the power of not taking everything so seriously. Finding the ridiculous in the frustrating, the humor in the hardship, that's a skill. It's a muscle you can build. Look, life is going to throw punches, that's a guarantee. But you are not powerless. You have two incredible tools right at your disposal: the science of humor and the wisdom of Stoicism. Laughter can trigger your body's natural painkillers, giving you a moment of relief. Stoicism provides the mental armor to endure, reminding you to focus on your response, not the challenge itself. Together, they don't magically erase the pain, but they can fundamentally change your relationship with it, giving you the strength to laugh your way through the flames. If you found this blend of science and ancient wisdom helpful, subscribe for more practical guides to modern life. And be sure to watch our next video on daily Stoic exercises for modern life.